Well, somebody went to great pains to hide that spider hole.
I wonder who.
My guess is Jerry Jacks in the conservatory with the cure.
We're going in. Okay?
Ray! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Side. I've never yet met a lock that couldn't be opened by a 9mm skeleton key.
Why don't you ring the doorbell whilst you're at it? Because that won't announce our presence either.
Why didn't I think of that?
I'm going to chalk it up to the Polonium. Now, watch and learn. Because this is how the professionals do it. Please don't shoot! I'm pregnant!
Search the place. Dante, don't underestimate her.
I won't.
What are you searching for?
Your mother.
The police busted down my door and scared a pregnant woman half to death over a little old lady?
Oh, I have met your mother. That's not how I describe her.
Fair enough. In the meantime, might you have a warrant?
I have permission from the tenants on record to enter and search the premises. And as for your mother, she's wanted for the attempted murder of Duke Gregory. Now, where the hell is she?
Do you mind?
Maybe you should use a different hairpin.
Shh.
No, because I've opened a lot of locks, and sometimes one hairpin will work.
No, quiet. Do you hear that?
We have company.
Jerry Jacks has a surprisingly fine mezzo-soprano. Should we take cover?
Goedenavond, Frau Doktor.
No sign of her.
No?
Look, you're wasting your time. My mother didn't do anything to your friend.
I beg to differ.
Well, do you have evidence?
Duke's eyewitness testimony.
Oh, so he woke up.
He did. Yeah. And despite his ordeal, he was quite lucid. He informed us that he tangled with your mother last night just before he collapsed. He identified her by name.
Well, that's impossible. I mean, first of all, my mother doesn't even live in this country.
Well, you have heard of airplanes, haven't you?
Second, I mean, what could possibly be her motive? They don't even know each other.
Oh, Duke and your mom go way back. She was instrumental in holding him captive.
Oh, you must be mistaken.
Oh, that's the best you got? I'm mistaken? No. It was her. Liesl Westphal, a.k.a. Obrecht.
Come in, sit down, take a load off. Sing us another Wagnerian ditty.
We meet again, Dr. van Schemerman.
Schemerman.
Or do you prefer your given name? Luke Spencer.
You know this woman?
Not as well as Anna and Robert. Holly Sutton, meet the mad Dr. Liesl Obrecht, director of the Kliniek den Geest zu Helen.
The clinic to heal the mind.
Or in Robert's case, to put it into everlasting sleep.
You evil bitch. You're the one who put Robert into a coma.
That was Anna Devane's fault. Had Herr Spencer's scrawny inamorata not interfered with my work, Mr. Scorpio would have enjoyed a clean death instead of the slow, inexorable march toward oblivion.
No!
She has to pay for what she did to Robert!
Yes, not until she explains how she fits in to this whole thing.
So she poisoned Robert, and she's working with Jerry.
Okay, it is quite a coincidence, don't you think, Frau Doctor? That one member of the Legion of Doom shows up in the exact same place that we come to find another member?
I don't know what you mean.
I think you do, and you're going to explain. Otherwise, we're just going to skip prison and go right to the unmarked grave out back. Now, sprechen Sie!
Is that not your mother?
It looks like her.
Good. Sabrina Santiago will testify to the fact that she saw the two of you together here in Port Charles a few days ago.
Sabrina is practically legally blind,
Do you know
and she hates
that
me.
your mother was the director of a clinic in Switzerland?
It doesn't surprise me.
Well, would it surprise you to know that said clinic was a front for the operations of an international terrorist named Cesar Faison?
No, I'm not aware of that. If you're telling the truth, for all I know, you could be making this up.
What your mother has done, what she is involved with, is very serious. Now, my advice to you is to start talking if you don't want to wind up in as much trouble as she's in.
I haven't done anything.
You mean other than being an accessory and harboring a fugitive?
I haven't seen my mother. Now arrest me or get out.
Oh, fine. You think that I won't arrest you because you're a pregnant woman, Dr. Westbourne? You are very much mistaken. Plenty of babies are born behind bars in Pentonville. So if you're not going to cooperate with me,
Okay,
I'm going to take you to the
fine.
station.
Fine. I'll tell you everything.
How could I be working for Jerry Jacks? He's dead, poor man. From what I understand, there was an explosion.
He's alive. He may be on death's door, but he's alive. He extorted $88 million to buy a cure, and something tells me he was going to buy that cure from you.
That is utterly preposterous. I know nothing of any cure.
Maybe you're right.
She is?
I doubt that she would have the resources to synthesize and research the cure that Jerry needed. Not without help from some of her Faustian friends. Like, for example, César Faison.
You can tell me here or down the station. When did you last see your mother? Open up, Dr. Westbourne!
We'll break the door down.
Sit. Lie down. I go down the fire escape.
You're gonna leave me with the bag?
It's your last chance.
Touch you.
If they know I'm your daughter, what else are they gonna know, Mom?
They can't do anything about it. Don't tell them anything and they've given you no choice. Just tell them I came to visit you and I left yesterday. Deny everything else.
Stay back from the door.
I love you, Doctor. Don't worry. I'll be back.
Don't make me ask you.
I saw her yesterday morning.
Really?
Yes. She came to visit me, then she left. That's what she does. Why is it so hard for you to grasp?
Well, because if she was here yesterday, then how did the vial of propofol that she used to drug Duke Lavery end up in your apartment?
Jerry's dying. He can't just walk into a hospital and present his League of Doom insurance card and get treatment, so he turns to a criminal cohort. Obrecht's mangy, BO-ridden Eurotrash boss.
How dare you speak of César that way? Touched a nerve, huh? He is a visionary, unparalleled in our time. You cannot begin to grasp the significance of his thoughts or the boundaries he and I will break together.
Yeah, it's a good thing we can't grasp them, otherwise we'd never sleep again.
Just 1 year ago, it was inconceivable that a man could survive poisoning by polonium-210, but now,
Yes,
now...
Now it's true. You perfected a cure. And you gave it to Jerry, didn't you?
I'm sure once this has been through forensics, your suspicions will be confirmed, Dante.
Still, you're gonna have to go through huge leaps to pin it on my mother.
Should we do that? Let's go through huge leaps. Obrecht drugged Duke last night. If your mother left yesterday morning, how come this vial is in your apartment?
I don't know. I live with 2 nurses. Maybe it belongs to one of the... Look, I'm...
Lying!
You have the cure.
Stop it, you won't get anything.
You tell me. You either tell me or you tell an interrogator at a WSB black site. They won't be nearly as pleasant.
Why are you so interested in my research?
Jerry Jacks nearly killed your loved ones when he poisoned the water in Port Charles, so it's not his well-being that's important to you.
It is exactly his well-being that is important to me.
No, it's not his health that matters to you. It's his illness. Now, why would a cure for severe radiation poisoning be of such importance and significance to someone as hale and hearty as you?
Take a deep breath.
You look a little bit peaked here, Spencer. Why so poorly?
You know why.
You need the treatment. My treatment. Whose wrath did you incur to win such a sordid fate?
Helena Cassadine, your spiritual twin.
Helena,
great woman. I heard you killed her. Now she's killing you. Karma is a delight.
Enough. He is sick.
He is dying.
If you could cure Jerry, then you could cure him.
But alas, Fraulein Sutton, I was unable to cure Cherry Jacks. He's dead.
This vial once contained a drug that nearly ended the life of someone very dear to me. And you are lying to my face about where it came from. And if you are lying to me about that, God only knows what else you're lying about. Detective Falconeri, read Dr. Westbourne her rights.
What? You can't do that!
I think, given her lineage, she's a slight risk, don't you?
No, I agree, Commissioner. Brent Westbourne, you are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you free of charge.
You're lying. We know you're working with Faisal. Jerry held poor Charles to ransom so he could buy your cure.
It was not the first time in history a person did not get what they paid for. Yes, I was developing a treatment, but unfortunately my research was halted.
By what?
By your friends, Robert Scorpio and Anna Devane. When Faison was captured, I had to go into hiding. Unfortunately, my research came to a premature end, as did Jerry Jack's life, as will yours, Herr Spencer. Soon.
Doctor, we know Jerry Jacks was here.
Of course he was. When last we spoke, he had the funds to pay for his cure. We arranged to meet.
Why? If you didn't have the cure.
Well, I was unable to formulate a cure, but I did develop something that would slow the progress of his tissues degradation, a temporary solution. Medication had its limits. Herr Jack succumbed before I was able to synthesize a treatment.
So, if he's dead, where's the body?
I burnt it.
Where? In the fireplace?
The man was radioactive. What was I supposed to do? Bury him in the ground so his glowing remains could contaminate the whole town? He had to be cremated.
That was incredibly thoughtful and civic-minded of you, Doctor. But it's not true. Jerry Jacks is alive. I know it. She knows it, and you know it. And he's here. Behind that door.
As far as any of us knows, that door could lead to the wine cellar. Perhaps it doesn't even open. It would be decorative.
That's decorative, bitch.
Careful, Herr Spencer. Some doors are not meant to be opened.
Obviously, this one is. Keep an eye on her.
You're not going in there by yourself.
Oh, yeah. But I'll be back. With Jerry Jacks. Don't let her talk you to death. I'm Mac.
Stand these rights as I've explained them to you.
Yes.
Look at this. Not completely heartless. Prenatal vitamins to take to jail with you.
Are you seriously gonna haul in a pregnant woman?
Yeah, it would look that way.
You know, for a father-to-be, one would think he'd be a little bit more compassionate.
You know, given the rights that I just explained to you, do you care to make a statement at this time?
Yes, I do, actually. I do want to make a statement. You're gonna regret this because my mother will not stand for this.
I'm counting on it.
Yeah. Let's go.
I wouldn't get your hopes up. Herr Spencer's condition is far too advanced.
Dr. Obrecht, this scenario ends one of two ways. Either Luke lives, and you go to prison for the rest of your life, or you die with him.
I doubt it will come to that.
You don't seem to understand that once upon a time, I was Mrs. Robert Scorpio. And after what you have done to him, I will sleep a lot better knowing you've paid.
You strike me as a
practical woman, much like myself. Surely you understand the position I was in.
And what position was that?
I had no choice but to silence Robert Scorpio. He simply knew too much.
Too much about what?
Enjoying your moment behind what used to be your desk? It'll be your last.
Too much about what?
He knew too much about her.
Someone in there? What the hell?
Yes, AJ was voted out as CEO of ELQ.
I'm sure that was disappointing.
When he found out that Kiki wasn't a quartermain and that her supporting votes didn't count, he was totally blindsided. He had honestly no idea that his days at ELQ were numbered.
I brought you a present. It's for your personal items, and I do mean personal. Gentlemen, my security officers will make sure that you turn in your laptop, your key card, and your smartphone.
That's great, Tracy. Is there anything else?
You really should be thanking me. You know, the in-house counsel wanted you escorted from the premises the minute that your failed stewardship of ELQ ended. But I wanted to give you a little extra time.
Very magnanimous.
Yeah, it was a gift. To myself. I wanted to savor the sight of you walking out of here for the last time. Now that time has come, and I owe it all to Connie Falconeri.
I can't believe this is happening.
What does that seem confusing to you?
I'm pregnant.
I see that.
Sit.
I'm a doctor.
I know.
Sit.
And yet you've actually hauled me into the police station.
I warned you, Dr. Westbourne. Doesn't matter who you are, doctor, lawyer, certified public accountant, pregnant, not pregnant. The law does not discriminate.
Okay, well, never mind me. This situation is really stressful for my baby.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you lied to us about your mother.
Who is this her that Robert Scorpio knew too much about?
You claim to care about Robert Scorpio, and yet you mock me.
Give me one good reason not to.
How about Herr Scorpio himself? I'll tell you everything you want to know on one condition.
Laura? My God. What the hell are you doing here?
I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I know, Luke. I know that you're dying. I know.
I never thought Tracy would rat me out.
She didn't. She didn't tell me anything, Luke.
She was the only one who knew, apart from the quack who diagnosed me.
Come on, Luke. All the years. I know you a little bit, you know?
You know me too well.
I knew that something was wrong. I did a little bit of digging, and when I found out that Helena had poisoned you, I knew that you would go looking for the cure. And I had to help you.
You shouldn't be here. This is dangerous and risky, and it's probably just a wild goose chase anyway. You're risking your life. And for what?
Yes, I lied about when I last saw my mother. Is that a crime?
Given that your mother is a fugitive, yes, it is.
But like I keep telling you, she came and she went. That's all I know.
So you expect us to believe that your mother was with you in your home, and you're completely in the dark about all this?
People can be in the dark about all kinds of deceptions happening right under their nose, Detective. Even a smart man like you.
Really? What am I being deceived about?
Dante? You all right?
After AJ saw Kiki, not a Q, on the front page, and he realized that he had lost the company to Tracy, he was furious. And the only person he could think about at that moment was Connie. Because you see, somehow, at some point, Connie and Tracy became friends. And when Tracy started bragging about Connie's article, AJ went after her. And I tried to stop him. I tried to get him to fight the good fight for ELQ, but he knew it was over.
Did he end up finding her?
Yeah, he did. And then Michael and I found AJ all bloody on Sonny's floor because Sonny had pistol whipped him. And yes, we had to take him to the hospital.
Wow. Sonny's not known for his even temper, but pistol whipping seems a little extreme.
He was angry at AJ for raging at Connie. So was I.
If my new BFF, Connie Falconeri, hadn't stumbled upon the truth about Kiki's parentage and put it on the front page of her paper, I never would have had the pleasure of kicking you out right now. Something's missing on these walls. Ta-da! I told you I was going to have it framed and hung in a place of pride. I am so a woman of my word. I think that'll do nicely. Thank you. What do you say, AJ? Is it straight?
You know what, I tell you what, Tracy? Why don't you let me fix this?
You promised our daughter that you'd be there for the birth of her first child, and I'm just gonna hold you to it. That's all.
Did you tell Baldwin that you're chasing a dead man?
You know, I can tell you that when we're on our way. If you're gonna make it home in time to see Lulu become a mother, we better find the cure, right? So let's get going and find Jerry Jacks.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but from what I hear, he's already dead.
Who told you that?
His henchwoman, Dr. Obrecht.
She lied. Jerry's alive.
And what exactly do you want in exchange for telling me everything I want to know? What else? I want you to let me go. Well, that's not going to happen. Du willst ein oder andere Weise. Nicht darf wetten. Besides, why would I believe anything you have to say? Perhaps you'd rather hear the truth directly from Herr Scorpio. I would, if only he wasn't in that pesky coma. He doesn't have to be. I can revive you, precious Robert, bring him back to you. Then he will tell you everything you want to know himself.
Hey, Sonny found AJ raging. What do you mean? Did he hit Connie, or was he about to?
No, you have to understand. AJ was channeling all of his anger and disappointment into Connie. He feels that she's the reason he lost ELQ. And he says some really stupid things.
What do you mean, what things?
I know he didn't mean it, but AJ said if he had a gun, he would have killed her.
There. I think that's better.
Well, I was afraid this might happen, and of course ELQ has a zero-tolerance policy for property damage. So, gentlemen, would you please escort my nephew from the building?
You know, I don't need to be escorted out, all right? It's over. You win, okay? ELQ's yours. Don't screw it up for Grandfather.
Oh, don't worry. I couldn't possibly make a bigger mess of it than you have. One more thing. Mine.
You know Jerry's alive.
Because he's the one who tied me up and put me in this chair. Speaking of which, there's one.
Oh, sorry. Right. So that means he was here in Corinth. Well, how did you find him?
when I found out that you were sick, I knew that you would go looking for the cure. And I guess we just took different paths, but, we ended up in the same place, right? Only I got here first.
Don't gloat.
Sorry. Oh, that hurts.
You did get here first, but how did you do it? What path did you take?
I went through Australia. I figured if I talked to Jax, he would be the one to know whether or not Jerry was alive.
You
right?
telling me that the brothers Jax are in cahoots?
No, he didn't know anything about Jerry, but the mother, on the other hand...
So how did you get through to her?
I appealed to her, mother to mother. It took some doing, but after some time, she finally admitted that I could find Jerry here.
Yeah, and then she called him and alerted him that you were on your way.
I don't think so. He seemed really surprised to see me. Luke, he was keeping someone in this room.
Who?
I don't know. I didn't see anyone. I just saw Jerry, but it was really clear that he did not want me to know who was behind this door.
You really shouldn't tell lies like that to an armed woman with a questionable conscience.
I'm not lying.
Robert's doctors have been trying for months to revive him. There's nothing more they can do.
They are not me. Those men have no skill, no art. I put Robert into that coma, and I alone can bring him out of it. But we mustn't waste time. Make your choice. I can bring your Robert back to you. Do you love this man or not?
I'm just in the middle of an interrogation right now. I know I should be at the reception, but I have to come to work. I can't get out of it.
Listen to me. Maxie is in labor. The baby is coming, right now. We're headed to the hospital.
Already? Well, that's, all right. Okay, I'll be right there.
What is it?
Commissioner, I gotta go. My baby is on the way.
Oh, go. Go be a father. Go.
Good luck, Daddy.
I know you think I always cast AJ in a bad light.
You do.
Even so, it sounds to me like he's gone off the deep end. Regardless of how the slide started, once it picks up momentum, he's just going to get more and more destructive. If he follows this pattern, threatening Connie's just the beginning.
You are so determined to see him as a disaster waiting to happen.
No, I'm afraid that he is a disaster waiting to happen to you.
AJ would never do anything to hurt me.
I sincerely hope you're right.
A few days ago, he was on top of the world. And now he's in a lot of pain. And I just want to be there for him. I want to help him. I want to be able to do something, and I can't.
Okay, I'm sorry. Perfect. Just
AJ.
forget it. This was a mistake.
No, wait.
Let him go.
He had to clean out his office today.
Just let him cool off, okay?
But I'm sure he needs someone to talk to.
Elizabeth, if, as you say, AJ is threatening a woman, I'd advise you to stay away from him.
Nicholas, I appreciate your advice, but I can't stay away when someone I care about is suffering. Okay, I have to go find him.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Are you all right, Luke?
Yeah, I get these waves. It'll pass. Okay, listen. I think that the person that you heard in here that Jerry was holding was Obrecht.
I don't know. I didn't see anybody. I only saw Jerry right before he chloroformed me, and then when I came to, I was down here and tied up.
So he nabbed you by the door.
Yeah.
Well, this is your phone, isn't it? I bet you want that.
Yeah.
Laura, this is a damn laboratory.
Yes, it is. As if being held captive in the basement of an abandoned mansion wasn't creepy enough.
So if Jerry built this laboratory and he's walking around, that must mean that Obrecht has found a cure. Or she's on the brink of finding one.
Well, do you have any idea where she is?
Oh, yeah. She's right upstairs. Holly's holding a gun on her.
Holly?
Yeah, that's a long story. Come on, let's go get some answers from that mad doctor.
For the sake of Patrick's new son and for Emma's baby brother, can't you just accept that I've told you everything I know and let me go so I can take care of my baby?
You know what I find really interesting about your baby?
And Patrick's?
Don't interrupt me. Let's just go over the facts here. My daughter died in a horrible accident. And now the woman who is pregnant with her husband's child happens to be the daughter of the woman who put my ex-husband, my daughter's father, in a coma. And said woman, Dr. Liesel Obrecht, also happens to be the devoted lieutenant of one Cesar Faison, who has tormented me and my family for decades. How do you explain all of that? Huh? You can speak now.
Yes, I agree. There are a lot of weird coincidences here. Oh. But like I keep telling you, I don't know anything about any of this. So I'm sorry. I am no use to you.
Really? You know, don't sell yourself short. Because we can use you to flush your mother out. That would be of use to us.
How long are you planning to hold me here?
I don't know. As long as it takes. Even if I have to deliver Emma's little brother myself.
Get Frau Doctor, time to talk. English, come on, you're breathing. Your heart's beating, you're okay. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me.
Ouch.
What happened? Where's Ava Braun?
She got away.
How did that happen?
Oh, she tricked me. She said she'd go with me to Robert and that she promised to wake him up.
And you believed her?
No. But in the 3 seconds that I wanted to, she cold-cocked me with my own gun. Serves me right. I let her work on my emotions and get the advantage. Yeah, but what about you? Did you find Jerry?
No. Jerry found me.
Laura?
You're planning to use me to lure my mother out of hiding. It's not going to work.
We'll never know unless we try.
Yeah, well, that would mean my mother would actually have to care about me, and just so you know, she doesn't.
Motherhood is a potent thing. So is grandmotherhood. Hopefully, Dr. Obrecht will succumb.
In the meantime, I'm just handcuffed to the table at the local police station?
Of course not. We'll give you a cell.
Great. Thanks.
You know what I was saying? The grandmotherhood is a very potent thing. If the woman who tormented my granddaughter has to cool her heels in the nick for a while, that's worth it.
Do I get to make a phone call? Or is that too much to ask?
Yeah, sure. Maybe you can find someone willing to help you. You have a visitor.
Handcuffs really necessary?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. I didn't know who else to call.
How on earth did you get here?
Well, the same way you did. Trying to help the father of my children. I've met Ethan, by the way. He's a lovely young man.
He is.
Yes.
And congratulations on your marriage to Scott. I wish you all of the happiness that you deserve.
Okay, can we focus here, please?
Yeah, Luke's right. Whatever we have to say to each other can wait. Right now, the priority should be finding Jerry Jacks.
Laura has seen Jerry.
Yeah? Here?
Right here. He's alive.
It's Lulu. Oh my God, the baby's coming.
Okay. Obrecht will be going after Jerry. So if we If we leave now, the trail will still be warm.
But what about Lulu? It's her first child. She needs us.
Well, it's Lulu or the cure.
You don't have to choose, Luke. I'll go after Obrecht.
You would do that for me?
And for myself. If that woman is telling the truth about Robert, that she can bring him out of his coma, I'll damn well see that she does.
Well then, Luke, what's it gonna be?
I have to keep my promise to Lulu. Let's go.
Elizabeth, if you're looking for your deadbeat boyfriend, you missed him.
Any idea where he might be?
If I were to hazard a guess, I would say he's out drowning his sorrows.
What happened? Did AJ do this?
Yeah, well, that's the problem with picking up strays. They can be so destructive. Not that you weren't warned, but the thing AJ enjoys destroying the most is himself.
So, what'll it be? Give me vodka. Right, wait, I actually, make it a double. Here you go. Thanks.
I needed that. Barkeep, another.
AJ put on an impressive display of sore losership. And in the end, he was escorted from the building with only his SpongeBob pencil sharpener and what was left of his dignity.
Do you know where he went?
Do I look like his social secretary?
Hey, it's me. Can you call me when you get this? I'm really worried about you.
And so you should be.
You're actually enjoying this.
Your erstwhile bed buddy stole my father's company from me. I was just taking back what was mine.
You know, AJ may have lost the company, but he still has people who care for him, who love him. Can you say the same?
Don't look at me like that, Daddy. AJ did it to himself.
What the hell's your problem?
You want a list?
You know, I would have figured you'd be dancing a jig about now. You know, Kiki's shares are invalid. I lost my voting majority to ELQ. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Your reversal of fortune may have helped my situation with ELQ, but the rest of my life is going up in smoke now that everybody knows who Kiki's father really is.
I think you're being just a little overly dramatic.
Well, let's see. A secret that I've been keeping for decades was just splashed across the front page for the world to see. All things considered, I think my reaction has been quite subdued.
So what's so bad about this guy, Dr. Silas Clay? And why the hell would you lie to Kiki and tell her that Franco is her father instead?
Who wouldn't want to have a child with a genius, huh?
Yeah, you mean a genius who also happens to be a serial killer? I mean, are you honestly saying that this guy Clay is worse than Franco?
Well, I'm not telling you who I think would make a better father. I'm just saying that I had my reasons for misleading Franco about Kiki.
It's funny, because, you know, I actually happen to know a little something about that. You see, Carly had her reasons, too, for misleading me about Michael.
There has to be. Oh, Michael, thank God you're home. Have you heard from AJ?
No, why?
Well, I can't reach him, and I just came from seeing Tracy, and to hear her tell it, he's off somewhere drowning his sorrows.
Carly lied about Michael?
She didn't want me to know that Michael was my son. She did everything in her power to keep me from finding that out. How she even lied and said my brother Jason was the father.
And Jason?
Jason knew the truth. He backed Carly up. A year. They stole the first year of Michael's life from me. Jason and Carly stole that from me.
So how did Michael become a Corinthians?
Carly moved on to Sonny, and Sonny made me give Michael up. He made me sign away my rights. You see, Carly didn't think that I'd be a good enough father. No. She thought that a murdering, thieving mobster would be better to raise him.
But if Michael knew the truth...
It didn't matter. Sonny was raising him. Carly and Sonny poisoned him against me. And I'm just curious, is any of this ringing a bell? Is that what you did too?
My situation with Kitty's father is not quite the same as what you experienced with Carly, but for what it's worth, I'm very sorry.
Sorry doesn't help me. Don't you get it? I thought after all this time I could make things different. You know, that I was finally gonna get a chance to prove myself, to be the father that Carly never let me be. And I was doing it too. I was working side by side with Michael. We were getting closer, and that was all because of ELQ. And then that all just went to hell because of Connie Falconeri. She destroyed my life.
Okay, look, we need to take a minute here. I know you're worried about AJ, but we have no reason to believe Tracy.
Oh, but you didn't hear her, Michael. She sounded pretty sure.
Okay, well, Tracy only wants to believe the worst. Look, I know how important staying sober means to AJ. He would just go out and drink.
Yeah, okay, when we were having problems and he thought that I had left him for Nicholas, he told me he almost picked up again.
Seriously?
Yes. And losing ELQ is a huge blow. Tracy kicking him out didn't help either.
Yeah, I'm sure she was gloating about it the whole time.
From the way it sounded, it was quite humiliating.
I've been so wrapped up in my own stupid problems, I didn't even think about what AJ was going through.
Oh, Michael, you didn't know. But now that you do, can you help me? Can you help me find your dad?
Yeah, no, let me get changed and we'll go find them.
Okay.
Give me another one. One for my friend too.
I thought you didn't drink.
Yeah, well, you thought wrong.
Are you sure you want to do this?
You know, do me a favor, all right? Just don't. If you're thinking about giving me some speech about alcoholism and the 12 steps, just save it.
Yeah, no. No speech, no lectures from me. I have my own problems to worry about. That conniving Connie, she broke into my bedroom and stole my daughter's birth certificate. And just like that, she ruined my life.
Welcome to my world.
You know, if there were any justice in it, she'd get hers. Somebody ought to destroy that bitch. Where she destroyed us.
Maybe somebody will.
Maybe Connie didn't stop to think about the damage she was causing. Maybe she didn't care. Maybe she doesn't realize that her actions have consequences.
Everyone always messes with AJ and everyone always gets away with it. Well, not this time. No, you can forget about let go and let God. You can forget about take it easy because this time I'm gonna take charge and take action.
I'm gonna take action too. But I don't think drinking is gonna help me salvage what's left of my life. And I don't think it's gonna help you with what's left of yours.
Listen, pal, you might want to slow down.
Why? You give me one good reason why I shouldn't drink myself to oblivion.
How about me?
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here? I'm looking for you.
Well, lucky you. You found me.
AJ, how many have you had?
Not nearly enough, thanks to that bitch Connie. Hey, give me another one.
Maybe you've had enough.
Oh, honey, I'm just getting started. Hey, but at least you got yourself a front row seat for my latest screw-up.
Why are you doing this? You've worked so hard on your sobriety.
And look where it got me. Huh? I get thrown out of VLQ. Sonny's latest girlfriend treating me like a chump. I lost everything because of her.
But you didn't lose me. I'm right here and I'm not going anywhere.
You know what? It didn't look that way when I saw you and Nicholas at the hospital. So Tracy kicked me out of my office and I was feeling kind of down. Well, silly me. You know, I figured maybe you could make me feel better, so I went to go find you at work.
Babe, when you saw me with Nicholas...
And, you know, I mean, I guess princes don't work, do they? So, you know, he beat me to it. And there you were, in Nicholas's arms, again.
How many damn times do I have to tell you that I chose you and not him? But you know Nicholas and I are still friends.
Oh, come on. This friendship card thing is really convenient, isn't it? You know, I mean, he just comes on to you again and again, and you love the attention, right? But when I say anything about it, suddenly, Nicholas is just a friend.
I needed a friend today. Because I was worried sick about you.
Just crying on his shoulder, telling him what a failure I am. I bet Prince Nicholas loved that one.
That is not what happened, and you know it.
Oh, really? Wait, tell me what I know. What do I know?
Nicholas came to the hospital to check up on baby Danny. I asked for an update. We started talking. He mentioned that you had gotten kicked out of ELQ.
I bet he did.
And he was concerned that you would have a bad reaction.
Really? Well, hey, good for Nicholas, because you know what? He was right.
I was upset. Thinking about you. Wishing there was something I could do to help you. And when you walked in, Nicholas was just hugging me. That's it.
Looked like a hell of a lot more from where I was standing.
God, I knew you were going to have this reaction when you walked out. I hate that I was right.
I doubt it.
AJ, it's not too late. Put the glass down. Let me take you home. I chose you. And right now, it's really important that you choose me. Can you do that?
Just get out of here, Elizabeth. Leave me alone.
You know I'm not gonna do that.
Why? Why not? You got a Cassadine prince waiting in the wings. What the hell you want with a Quartermain deadbeat who came to keep a job?
Don't you get it by now? I don't care about those things. Your job and your money don't matter to me. You do.
How would I even take care of you?
You don't need to. Right now, I want to take care of you.
Yeah? Yeah, what, like you took care of Jake?
I just say?
Come on. Come on, you told me the whole reason this place is even called the Floating Rib is because of you.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't say these
Yeah,
things.
Luke couldn't stand to see the name of the kid he killed flashing in neon. Your ex-father-in-law had a few too many and mowed little Jake down.
Stop. Please stop.
We both know the truth, don't we? You know what you tell me late at night? And none of it would have happened if you were watching your son. Oh. Ah. There you go, showing your true feelings.
That was cruel.
Yeah. Well, I guess now you know the real me.
You're right. I did turn my back on my baby that night, and that's all on me. But this is all on you. So go ahead. You can blame Connie or Tracy, Nicholas, anyone you want. But you're responsible for what happens next. You get to decide what you're gonna do about it.
Hey, what are you doing?
Call a cab. No one's getting mowed down tonight.
Looks like you were right about me all along, grandfather.
But you're responsible for what happens next. You get to decide what you're going to do about it.
Ava, it's Julian. Call me. We need to talk. Miss Falconeri.
That's me. Who's Julian?
Your eavesdropping skills need work.
So that message wasn't for Ava Jerome.
Oh, it was, but I didn't call myself Julian. I was referring to some pieces that I'm having Ava procure on my behalf. The name of the artist is Julian.
Never heard of him.
Well, neither did I, but apparently he's up and coming.
Julian who?
Just Julian, like Franco. You know, those pretentious artist types. So, now that I have satisfied your curiosity, maybe you could do the same for me. Is there a reason you're here? Eavesdropping on my private conversations again?
Yes. I need you to help me fix things with Sonny.
AJ? What are you doing?
You want my help with Sonny, Corinthos.
That's right. Like most unpretentious people, he does have two names, a first and last.
And what exactly would I be doing with this Mr. Corinthos, the crime lord?
Coffee importer.
Let me guess, Sonny's business came between you two.
Yours did when you ran that EOQ story over my loud objections.
Oh, so it was Sonny's confidence you broke when you wrote the piece.
Yes, that's right.
Well, you know, I am surprised he doesn't understand. Sonny is an entrepreneur, is he not? I mean, you were just trying to save a failing business.
By going back on a promise I made to him. He trusted me, I broke his trust.
Maybe you're better off.
Excuse me.
A woman like you is, wasted on someone as unevolved as Sonny.
He's not a caveman.
Close enough. Sonny should find someone more his speed and spend his time with her.
Michael, I'm gonna get it back. EOQ, I'm gonna get it back. Just lost those votes. If I hadn't lost...
You did. You're welcome. You created this mess, you're gonna fix it.
I don't know. I make it a point not to get involved in my employees' personal lives.
Too late, Derek. I need you to tell Sonny that I tried to pull the article.
You already did this, am I wrong?
I did, but let's just say it would help if you chimed in.
These coffee importer types. Temperamental is putting it mildly. Now, saying the wrong thing could get me brewed.
Oh, is this fear from the great Derek Wells?
Well, your story did bring up circulation, and I suppose one good turn deserves another.
Thank you.
Where can I find this, Mr. Corinthos?
He's at the hospital. His granddaughter's being born.
Michael? What are you doing here?
What's with the gun?
Well, this is a family heirloom.
You've been drinking.
Not really. Yeah, not a lot, anyway.
Well, it seems like a lot to me. Give it to me.
No. I need this.
Need it for what? No, I'm not hearing an answer. Why do you need the gun?
I just do.
For?
I don't know.
Well, you know what? I have an idea what you can do with it. Open your mouth, put it in, and pull the trigger.
What?
And end your miserable life.
Who is it?
Michael.
Hey, come in.
I'm sorry for stopping by so late.
No, it's okay. Did you find your dad?
Looked everywhere. I mean, hopefully my mom can track him down.
Carly's looking for him?
Yeah, she could tell how worried I was. I take it you didn't have any luck?
Actually, I did, if you can call it that.
Well, you found AJ? Where?
At the bottom of a glass of vodka.
What did you say?
What, now you're deaf and worthless? You know, everyone kept trying to tell me over and over again, but I didn't want to hear it.
You want to hear what?
That you'd let me down, that you disappoint me, that you should have never come back.
Michael, please.
They said that I'd be better off with you dead and gone, and you know what? They're right. So, why don't you do me a favor, okay? And put us both out of our misery and just kill yourself and be done with it. But AJ was drinking.
At the Floating Rib.
How much did he have?
A lot. I tried to stop him, but I couldn't.
Would you just left him there?
I took his keys, so he wouldn't hurt anyone else.
You could have called me or something. I would have picked him up.
I know, and I'm sorry, I just wasn't thinking clearly. Things got really heated between the two of us. Your dad said some things he shouldn't have.
Like what?
Things about Jake. Bottom line, AJ went too far, and so I left.
Elizabeth, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Look, whatever AJ said, I'm sure he didn't mean it.
I hope to God that's true.
Michael, why are you saying that?
Well, because you need to hear it. You need to know you had your chance and you blew it.
What chance?
With me. I mean, you promised me everything I never had. You know, a relationship with my real father, a place in the family where I came from.
You have that.
Yeah, right, I do. Like, I want any part of this. Look, just face it, AJ. All your dreams went to hell, okay? Just like everything else you touch.
No.
Like, I don't want anything to do with you.
Wait, you don't mean that. Michael, whatever happened, we can get past it. You're my son.
Actually, he's my son.
See, I've heard that. That's my father, okay? Not you. You'll never be anything to me.
Out of here. You're not welcome here.
I think I'm gonna just stick around.
Michael, get away from him.
Well, you mean my real father? The one who raised me, the one who took care of me while you were off hiding like some coward.
You're not his son.
I could have sworn you signed over your parental rights.
You hung me on a meat hook. Yeah, she threatened to kill me. Michael, do you know what he said to me? You know, he said he'd make it look like I died in a car crash.
Like the drunk you are.
And what are you, huh? The scum of the earth mobster? Makes your money off guns and whores?
Well, you know what, AJ? At least he makes money. I mean, you, on the other hand, can't even hold down a job, let alone the family business.
You're lucky that your mommy lets you live here.
Michael, I'm gonna get it back. EOQ, I'm gonna get it back. Just lost those votes. If I hadn't lost...
You did. You're welcome.